Welcome back everybody to Midweek Mentoring, the series on my channel where we improve your entrepreneurial life one video at a time by providing you with powerful data sets on topics such as fitness, mindset, biohacking and more. I'm no expert, I'm no scientist, I'm just sharing the knowledge that has helped me that I've picked up along the way. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the food that is being produced and fed to us everywhere in the world. To most people, that peanut butter on toast is normal and healthy. The same with that protein bar. Helps you build muscle, right? But no, the truth is, they're killing us. However, the sooner you flip your mindset upside down, the more your health will increase and the longer you will live your life. So, what is actually wrong with our food? Well, the majority of our food is ultra processed. And what does that mean? It goes through a variety of stages when they make it in order to create the final product. And in most cases, this isn't good. The stuff it's used to make it, including ingredients, the machinery, there's just way too much in our food. And to be honest, it's sad. The ingredients of our everyday food, stuff like seed oils, E-numbers, preservatives, stabilizers, the amount of sugar that's in our food when you don't even realize it, coloring dye. Who wants to eat all this stuff, right? It's not good for us at all, but people don't realize it and it's become normal. Another thing that's wrong is the marketing. Stuff is marketed as healthy or full of protein when in reality they've added stuff and it's actually full of sugar and it's not healthy for you at all. Think about cereals, sports drinks, protein bars. Sports drinks are advertised everywhere at football games, you name it, they're advertised and kids are watching this kind of stuff and it's being promoted as good and it helps you with sport when in reality you're gonna have a huge sugar crash, the ingredients in it are bad for you. And on the topic of ingredients, a lot of foods have awful ingredients where there shouldn't actually be bad ingredients. One of these is bread and I'm going to get onto a few examples later in the video, so stay around for that. Another thing, a lot of people just aren't educated on the whole thing, which makes it so important for me to make videos like this and other people, telling people about the dangers and the risks, because to some people what they're buying is completely normal, there's nothing wrong with it, especially if they think they're buying healthy stuff that's not even healthy. So being aware of it is just gonna make more people crack down on it and save their health. On the topic of healthy things, some of the salads we eat, well, salads are healthy you'd think, right? But some of these salads are sprayed with pesticides which should be banned. Do you really want to be ingesting pesticides? I don't know about you, but I certainly don't. So this leads me on to the next point. Well, why is it like this? Well, to be honest, it all roots down to money. Big brands are making these products because they want to make money, right? They're businesses at the end of the day, fair enough. So they're thinking, how can I do this as cheaply as possible and make the most money? You're getting less product of what you're actually thinking you're buying, more chemicals, and they're filling their pockets. Of course, it's cheaper to actually add chemicals than to provide more of the genuine product. Things that are added to increase the shelf life, like preservatives. It means products on the shelf longer, meaning it doesn't go off date and things need to be reduced and things like that. So again, they're making more money. The horrible marketing they're giving us helps them sell more. Again, marketing is to help you sell more, but when it's done in the wrong way, how is that morally right? Think about Prime energy drink. It's marketed as a sports drink, but have you actually looked at the ingredients? Take the time and look at the ingredients. Powerade, that makes your tongue blue. You want to be drinking that? It's just so wrong. As they say, money is the root of all evil, and this is definitely the case in the food industry. They give you less product, the higher price, they make the products last longer, you don't have to reduce prices, and they're forcing garbage down your throats with their marketing. And people fall for it, which again, if you're not educated, you're not gonna know. If you don't look at ingredients, you're not gonna know. So, money. So what are actually some of the health concerns of all these things? I've listed a load of things I've said is bad, but what's actually the problem with them? Well, firstly, a lot of these products are actually gonna mess around with your gut microbiome. There's all these different kinds of bacteria gonna be floating around in your gut from products that shouldn't actually be in your body altogether. You're gonna get bad stomachs. Have you ever thought about why your stomach feels so horrible after eating certain foods? I'm not gonna go into detail, but yeah, you need to look after your gut. Eating these foods is awful for you. And then a lot of people pin the blame on something like, I'm lactose intolerant. Well, maybe you're not lactose intolerant, maybe your diet is awful. Also, a lot of these products are cancer causing. I'm not going to name specifics. I'm sure if you do your research, you can find out a lot of these chemicals are going to lead to cancers. Things such as seed oils are awful for you. They're in a lot of things, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, all these things. They're actually heated to a very high temperature. They become rancid. They add perfumes to make them smell normal again. Some of them were even used as engine oil. Do you want to be consuming this kind of stuff? This stuff is going to lead to to health problems. Just think about it. And proof we can look at from all this. The USA. I mean, if you look at the USA average rates of obesity 40 years ago versus now, you can definitely see the difference. Why do you think the stereotype of everyone in the US is fat is actually a thing? Well, because of the food they're eating. America's one of the worst places for it. They've got so many ultra processed foods. People aren't educated. They do whatever. And it's because of the foods and what they're putting inside them. Honestly, just wake up. It's definitely coming to a lot more people's attention nowadays, which is good. And people are calling for bans on ultra processed foods. But without a ban, the only thing you can do to change is look at the ingredients and help yourself. You don't want all these cancers, heart problems, liver problems, stomach problems. It's not good. Look after your body. Now I'm going to go through some everyday examples which you may think are normal, but actually if you look at some of the products that are on the shelves, they're filled with nonsense. The first one is bread. Bread should be 4 or 5 ingredients, right? But no. Some breads have a heap of ingredients. I'm talking like 15 plus. Is that normal? No, but it boosts shelf life. There's less actual bread in it. It makes more money. Another one, cheese, should be 1 or 2 ingredients. Again, no. Some of the cheeses on the shelves, especially that American orangey cheese, full of chemicals. I mean, there's a reason that it's banned in the UK, that American cheese. It has stuff that they use to tarmac the yellow lines in the road inside of the cheese, and you Americans are eating it. Seriously, not good. Peanut butter, another one. People think it's a healthy food. Well, it's okay. It's not actually a nut, it's a legume, as I've said before on this channel. But a lot of these peanut butters are full of palm oils and seed oils. Again, you don't want to be consuming that. Palm oil is one of the worst oils for you. I cannot stress that enough. There are good oils though. Do your research on that. Smoothies, a healthy fruit drink, right? You're being healthy getting a smoothie instead of a Coke. No. Look at the ingredients on the back of your smoothie. I promise you, it's probably not just fruit unless you're at a Whole Foods market or you're getting a raw juice. No, full of nonsense. Not good for you. In fact, some of these smoothies actually have more sugar than some of these fizzy drinks. Can you believe that? The drink that's meant to be healthy? It's crazy. So, now you're aware of all these things, what should you actually be looking out for? Well, the first thing I suggest is looking on the back of the packet to see the ingredients. Things you want to avoid: E numbers, colorings, stabilizers, preservatives, seed oils, etc. Really and truly, what you want to be eating is whole foods, stuff that's single source, not got many ingredients, and you should know what's an ingredient, just no chemicals. Eating raw foods the earth has given us is the best way to live. It's how we've been living all our lives before this, before all these ultra processed foods came in. It's what the cavemen were eating, and the reason why obesity rates and cancer rates are so high is because of the food. One of the myths I also see is that eating good is expensive, and yes, this can be true. A lot of the raw unprocessed stuff is expensive because you want to hike up the price because, like I said, it's cheaper to make the ultra processed stuff. However, this is a myth and it can be done if you do it the right way. Think about a steak. I can pick up a steak for 3 or 4 quid at my local shop and get an avocado for £1 or 50p, and eggs, what, they're like 30p each, and that's a meal that's around £5 cheap. But you want to go to McDonald's and get your meal which is £8 and you say, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy. No, you're just not thinking and doing the right things, and it's not your fault. You've been given the wrong information your whole life. You haven't been educated on these things, which is fine, but now it's time to wake up. I love making these videos and telling people about things they should know that they currently may not know. I don't go into amazing detail in these videos because I like to keep them short, and also that is what the Discord is for. First link in the description. So if you want to find out why these things may be bad for you, do look inside the Discord because that's where we provide the most detailed information. Thank you everybody for tuning into this week's episode of Midweek Mentoring. Please leave a comment if you did learn something today and you are going to be trying out a few of these things. Remember, look after your body. Your body is your temple. You need to look after it because you've only got one of them. Well, that's it. Please subscribe as we are aiming for 500 subscribers by the end of the year, as you know. Nearly 100 subscribers, almost there. Come on guys, keep pushing, and I'll see you all in next week's episode.